Do you have a desire to build wealth? Of course you do. What if I told you that the old saying, you can't beat the market, is complete BS? I don't just show you where, but how to be a contrarian investor and hit your investing goals out of the park.
If you've ever wondered what my single largest position in the uranium market is, then let me tell you quickly about Rush Rare Metals. In fact, I'm not going to do much of the talking. I'm going to let the CEO show you why Copper Mountain, our project in Wyoming, uranium-based and focused, Wyoming being the best jurisdiction that you can find for uranium mining in general in the world. Yes, maybe even better than Saskatchewan and the Athabasca Basin for different reasons. And since I sit on the board, so disclaimer, I am very, very biased. And because I can somewhat influence the activity of the company and, give them support and help them out, it has to be my single largest position. And the reason why I'm so excited about it is because we are sitting on a treasure trove, and it's been a wild hunt. This Copper Mountain project is optioned to Myriad Uranium, which I also hold shares in, and you should definitely take a look. And the work that has been done so far has been really, really great at narrowing down to just how much uranium there is in the ground. We know the uranium is there. The question is how much and where exactly is it located? So I'm not going to tell you much more because I'm going to let CEO Pete Smith show you how easy this is all to access from the infrastructure in the local area and what it looks like, and also what the upside is looking like so far. All right, take a look.
Hi everybody, welcome to Wyoming. I'm Pete Smith, CEO of Rush Rare Metals. We got the US 20 highway in the background there, and I'm just on my way up to Copper Mountain, which is our uranium prospect. We are 100% owner of that, but Myriad Uranium is earning in to Copper Mountain. And so again, as you can see, we've got a main highway behind us, turning off here, and we're going to be driving about 30 minutes this way to get to the actual Copper Mountain site. Just have a look at the mountains in the background, but keep in mind that the Copper Mountain site is actually in this flat and very accessible terrain behind me. And so we will see you up there. Hi everybody, Pete Smith again. Just about halfway up to the Copper Mountain claim area. And just wanted to show you, we're on it's turned into a nice accessible dirt road. As you can see, the terrain is still nice and accessible, pretty easy access. And right now, well, this is early April, so not too bad. We're looking at access for drilling probably half the year. And we will see you the rest of the way up. Getting pretty close, just trucking along about 20 minutes from the Highway 20 and coming on to the Copper Mountain claim area. Hi everybody, continuing our tour of Copper Mountain. One of our first stops here, we're in the Canning claim area. This is a deposit area that was the focus of a lot of attention by Union Pacific back in the 70s. Hundreds of drill holes, all in close proximity, all done in this area. And in fact, Union Pacific was going to restart the old Arrowhead mine. They had built a leach pad somewhere nearby here until 3 Mile Island happened in 1979 and sent production really across the whole of the USA off a cliff. And so that stopped them, but otherwise this area has proven to be historically very rich in uranium and was good enough for them to be putting plans together to start mining. And I will see you at the next stop. Hi again. So we're in another section of the Canning area, the Canning deposit area. Again, as you can see, pretty uniform, accessible terrain. The focus very much so of Union Pacific back in the 70s, so we know a lot about the Canning area. But also important to remember, Canning is one of several deposits that have been identified within our claim area here at Copper Mountain. You've got Mint, Allard, you've got the Fuller claim area, you've got Knob, you've got Gem, you've got all of these areas were identified by drilling and other types of work as areas that had uranium deposits. And so we're going to be looking through all the historical data and trying to confirm as much as we possibly can, but clearly we've got a lot of uranium on our hands here at Copper Mountain. Just hiking around here. We're pretty much in the middle of the Canning claim area. The extremely competent, outstanding landman, Bo Beitman. And just having a look at some of the terrain here. Not too challenging, despite the fact that I do sound out of breath. And we are walking towards the Arrowhead mine. Hey everybody, we're getting really close to the old Arrowhead mine, but before we get there, we found this old borehole cap. It's been run over by a tractor at some point, but this is one of 2,000 or more old drill holes that we have on the Copper Mountain claim area. Really important thing to keep in mind about all of these old caps and drill holes is that this historical information needs to be updated, but as we do our new drilling, and as the new drilling confirms the results from the old data, our QP is going to get more and more comfortable with this historical data. So in a way, every drill hole could count for 10 or 20 drill holes, because as they turn out as expected, you can start to count more and more of the historical data into our actual data. So very, very efficient from a drilling and cost standpoint for us. Just continuing our hike here, almost at Arrowhead, and I can tell this is an old stake for the Arrowhead mine claims from 1968. Just found it kind of laying here on the ground. So we'll be there any second, and I'll see you there. Hi everyone, finally we've reached the final destination, which is the Arrowhead mine site. As you can see, we got waste rock all over the place. They took about 500,000 pounds of uranium out of here back in the 50s and 60s. Up at the top, you can see the waste rock runs all the way up the hill. At the top is the old leach pad, as well as the new leach pad that was built for Union Pacific. They were going to start mining again in the early 80s, but 3 Mile Island essentially interrupted that plan. We also have road access kind of everywhere. You've got old mining roads kind of coming in from both directions. They seem to be in really good shape. So access to the central site, which is essentially right in the middle of all of our claims, seems to be good. It's been a great day. I hope you enjoyed the virtual tour of Copper Mountain. A couple things to remember. Easy access, as I showed you, less than a half of an hour off the highway. Was a former mine. The Arrowhead mine produced 500,000 pounds way back in the 50s and 60s. It was going to be another mine. Only 3 Mile Island stopped that. We had Union Pacific ready to restart the mine up near the end of the 70s and early 80s. Also, and this can't be overstated, we found some great historical information showing that there was about $75 million or so spent by Union Pacific in this area. 2,000 drill holes, geological reports, resource estimates, mining plans, metallurgy reports, the mother lode, and we've got it all, and we're going through it. We're going to be verifying a lot of that historical work as the summer goes on. Thanks for joining.
Now, this is only half the story. The other half is our uber exciting story that's happening in Quebec. We have a niobium and rare earths project that you can check out right now.